channel. This is Stephsgotit and
Marty.
Alright, and welcome to another edition of the Date Night Diamond Painting. Marty and I are
Turn the light on.
Marty and I are working on the custom picture from our honeymoon that was an experiment with diamondpainting.com, and as you can see, it looks pretty good even for a small painting. So we're going to be working on this, and we decided that since we're working on this, because our anniversary is next month, so we should hopefully have it done by then, we decided to share with you our collection of advice that was given to us for our wedding, and what we felt in our opinions and all that good stuff. So you got half of it on part one, so this is part two, and Marty is going crazy because I haven't turned the light on yet.
There we go.
All right, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Make a little adjustment here. There we go. All right. I just take the table up a little bit. There we go. All right. So I am working this side and Marty is working that side. What I just noticed is that I'm working Marty and he's working me. That was not intentional. It just happened to work out that way. I just noticed that this time. Didn't notice it last time. I am using my diamond painting pen that I made with duct tape. Isn't it pretty?
Yes.
It's just a regular diamond painting pen like this, and I covered it with duct tape and made these flowers from another diamond painter whose name eludes me at the moment. But she has a video on that. Marty is using the regular diamond painting pen that comes in the packet. He is also using the regular wet wax, the regular red wax. You can put it on top of the painting. And white tray with a pour spout. And I am using some green tacky stuff because I want to give that a shot and see how it works. And I actually love it better than I do the wax so far. So we're going to go ahead and get started.
All right.
Marty is beginning to be a pro. He knows what to do over there. I'm going to find out what page we left off on because I don't think we marked the page. So tonight is date night. So we've been doing these on Friday nights. We just had we didn't go out this Friday. We stayed in because we knew we wanted to diamond paint, and we still end up starting later than we should have.
We had a great meal.
But we had we had a great meal. It was we had a steak, the sirloin that had marinated overnight in Casey Master House's teriyaki marinade, and it still wasn't strong enough. What number do you want?
315.
315.
Thank you.
And we had, but this thing was as big as this painting is. This steak was as big as this painting is. You say bigger or just the same? It was about this size. So we cut that boy in half and cooked him on the grill, George Foreman grill, and we had a salad, a bag salad with we added dried cranberries, fresh pecans from the Misfit Market order, and
bacon bits,
and English cucumber, also from the Misfit Market. And we had a huge bowl of that, and then we had not one but two corn on the cobs a piece.
Yeah. It didn't seem like it was going to be a lot, but it turned out to be quite a meal.
It turned out to be a lot. And I don't mean mini corn on the cob either.
That makes it better?
Yes, because the other way is too dark.
Okay, all right.
So, yeah. And it didn't seem like a lot at the time, but yeah, it turned out to be quite a bit. And we watched an episode of NCIS while we ate because Marty likes that show, and it's rare that he watches TV ish
At all.
with us, with me. We don't have TV. We have Netflix though, and so I occasionally watch or binge watch on Netflix. He can't binge watch. We found that out though.
I'm useless the next day.
He binge watched with me about 2 weekends ago.
Oh,
It may have been that very first night that we did the diamond painting, and he binge watched with me. Stayed up all night. I mean, all night till the sun had come up and said good morning and was moving on before we rolled over to go to sleep. And he slept for a few hours, and when he got up, he was ill all day, just not feeling well all day. So we've determined that he cannot binge watch. So I have to. But the thing is, he'll watch it as long as it's on. He can't tear himself away. That's why we don't have. That's one of the reasons we don't have TV.
right.
And
Moth to a flame.
blessedly, I had stopped watching TV before we got married, so it wasn't that big of a deal for me. Quentin and I had stopped watching TV a couple of years before Marty and I got married or dated or whatever. And but I do love Netflix. First Hulu, then Netflix. When we had Hulu, then we moved to Netflix because Quentin thought Netflix was better, and he was watching more of it than we were. But they did have some. Ultimately, they had some stuff I wanted that Hulu didn't have. So we switched, and I've been in love with them ever since. Although they have increased in price several times. Gotta take my glasses off. Oh, I'm supposed to be finding who the last bit of advice was from. All right, so let's see. Whose advice do we have today? Let's see. Man, it would have been smart to mark where we left off. Okay, I know we did her because she didn't know enough English to fill out all those work titles. All right, let's just start with this one. I'm not sure who that is. That name right there.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, that may be. Okay. So this person said, again, if you haven't watched couple date night custom part 1, this is part 2. For our wedding I had 3 bridal showers. I didn't throw any of them. They were all thrown in my surprise. And this one particular party, they had the game where they took my name and wrote it down on a piece of paper along with Marty's. So it's S on one line, T on one line, E on one line, P on one line, and so forth. And then the people had to give Stephanie some advice or ideas using the letters on the left side of the paper. Be brief and something. The other word was cut off.
Using the letters of your
creative.
name.
Be brief and creative. I don't know why this one page doesn't have the word creative on it. All the rest, okay. Some of them had the word creative and some had to be written on there. I don't know what, maybe they printed out some and went back and printed out the rest. Anyway.
Oh, I thought it was all just your name. I must have
No,
missed
it's
something.
Stephanie Marty.
Right, but what's this word creative about?
Give Stephanie some advice or ideas using the letters on the left side of the paper. Be brief and creative.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So here we go with this one. Stay praying for your marriage. Togetherness. Spend time together. Spend time getting to know each other. Enjoy each other's company. Plan time for each other. Have temple trips together. Anytime is time for love. Never hesitate to say you're sorry. Include family in your schedule. Everything, think of each other. Me time, take time for yourself. Arousal is important. Remember to pray for each other. Talk about happy times in bad times. yes. Say yes more than you say no. All right. So what do you think about those, Marty? And then we're each
Great
going
advice.
to share our opinion on it, or whether we found it useful, or we should be using it, or whatever comes out.
Our family policy is to be at the temple monthly, and until this COVID thing hit, we have been doing that since before we got married, and that's been a real blessing. I treasure the trips going to the temple because it's kind of like playing hooky from the rest of the world. Yes, it's 2.5 hours up, Marty driving, 2 hours probably, Steph driving,
Hour
and
and a half.
and 2.5 hours back from the top of Birmingham. We're not talking down at the bottom of Birmingham. We're talking as distant as you can get to still be in Birmingham,
I don't
technically.
think I have said that I'm in Montgomery
Oh, well,
until now.
did I say that?
You said 2 hours from Birmingham.
Oh, well, we don't know which direction.
Do now.
Oh, okay, because I said up and down.
No, because you said that too, but no,
Yeah,
because I
all right.
said it. Anyway,
We're blessed.
so yeah, we go to the temple monthly, and we don't let. Well, we have a date night every Friday.
Every Friday night.
And we don't let the world interfere. We talked about that in part 1, so I'm not going to talk about it right now, so that you're not hearing the same thing over and over again. So if you want to know what we said about mandatory date nights, then go watch part 1. And if you don't have mandatory date nights, I can only give you the advice that that is something that you need to do. It doesn't have to be. Date night doesn't mean take me someplace expensive and ritzy and this and that and whatever. It means the two of you take time to go do something together, so that you're occupying each other's time, not being interfered with by children, or we don't even like to double date, because that means we have to share each other with 2 other people. So I think we did once or twice.
Yeah, but I don't recommend it.
Yeah, because this really is the time for the husband and wife to be one-on-one with each other. And if you can, don't even talk about children. Nevertheless, bring a child. This is not the time. It is time to discuss things that you guys want to do or whatever. But the point is for you to think about things for the 2 of you. You can talk about the family 5 other days of the week, but if the couple's not strong, then the family's not going to be strong. So that's our tidbit on that.
Mm-hmm.
You can do with that advice as you wish. So yeah, we do that. We do that. Oh, excuse me. This soda, Canada Dry, making me burp.
As Steph has pointed out, if you ask one of us to do something and that person agrees, you're usually going to get both of us.
Yeah, you basically just ask both of us. Even if you don't ask this other one to do anything, the other one is still going to show up to support the one. So that's how it goes. The Ladners are a deal, or a double deal. You get 2 for 1.
Yep.
Which usually means the other one usually ends up helping that organization or that program or that whatever as well, because they're there. Might as well. Let's see. Include family in your schedule. Our kids are pretty much spread out.
Grown.
Yeah, and grown and married with children of their own.
One, yeah.
Well, all but 2, the last 2. But we do try to invite them on trips or over to the house, but not like every day, just because it's just the way it works out that way. But they're certainly welcome to come over and hang out anytime except Friday. And except Friday after 2. Let's see. Plan time for each other. Well, that's all the time, because he works from home now, and I don't go anywhere really. And it's not that, we don't have other things, but we don't. I guess actually it is like we don't have other things. He works from home. I have been home since leaving work a couple of years ago to try my hand at homeschooling. That didn't go terribly well. It didn't go terribly wrong, but it didn't go terribly well either. Well,
We had the opportunity, so we tried it.
yeah, it took him like 3 years to convince me to do it. I was like, no, I have to work. I've always worked. I don't know anything about being homeschooling. But and we've been blessed that it's not necessary that I go back, and at least for the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm home and he's home. So we see each other all the time. We move our desks closer to each other or something. We used to have our desk in the bedroom right next to each other. Then I used to hang out in my sewing room, and now Marty has his desk set up, and I moved my stand-up desk to the living room, which is not far from his desk. So we're always around each other. I go hang out with friends here and there. I don't throw that word around lightly, so I only have a handful of friends. I have lots of associates and people that I know, but a friend is way lot more than that. So Marty has a friend that calls every single stinking day.
Aw.
And I mean, I can't complain because I talk to y'all know that if you watch this channel for any length of time, you know that I have a best friend who has a YouTube channel, Shelly. And Shelly and I, Marco, and talk almost every single day, 2 and 3 times a day. If you don't know what Marco is, it's this app where you can basically record yourself talking to the person, and then they can, as they're watching it, they can clap or smile, put happy faces or hearts or whatever on the conversation. And then when you're ready and you have the time, you Marco that person back and you respond to them. So we do that like all the time. But this person calls Marty. Now that I think about it, Marty never calls him. He always calls Marty and reads poetry that he writes to Marty, or tell him sometimes inappropriate jokes,
Mm-hmm.
to which Marty really doesn't like, because he doesn't like inappropriate. Marty's a
Captain America.
Yeah, Marty's Captain America. So he has another friend who lives out of town. Now he will call him on
Yeah.
occasion, but not a lot. Like
Every
we aren't
a couple months.
we aren't call people kind of thing. I don't know about Marty, but I grew up. We didn't talk to my grandparents every day. As a matter of fact, sometimes she would come to town and not tell us she's coming. And if we weren't home, she'd just pull the porch chair across the door and go back to her town. And that's how we knew that they were traveling that day and they had been through our area.
I'm laughing because at one point in the military I lived in Southern California, and my parents had moved from Connecticut to Vermont when I went off to school. So they decided to take a trip across the Trans-Canadian Highway and then down the California coast and call me when they were 20 minutes away.
Ooh!
It's a good thing we were home. That's a good thing I was home.
Well,
Yeah.
they didn't have well, I'm sure they did have, well, no, I don't think they had cell phones.
Not in the least.
I mean, when my grandmother was coming, so she couldn't call and say we're 20 minutes out. So,
No, but the point is,
Yeah, yeah.
a few days' notice would have been nice.
well, they're lucky because oftentimes my grandmother was just forced to, like I say, pull that chair in front of the door and get back in her little car and take her and her husband, take their little happy selves right back to Selma. And, yeah, I don't really like house guests. I guess I'm just a loner, and I guess I'm a loner. I'm an introvert. I could be a hermit, really. I could find it very easily to be a hermit. Now, I have moments where I crave girlfriend time and conversation, and just hanging out and laughing and being silly. But those moments are brief. And they're in spurts, you know. I know that sucks, but that's just the way it is. So, Marty thinks suck is a curse word. I told you he's Captain
It's
America.
not nice language.
I told you he's Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
But what he's thinking, well, anyway.
We don't need to
So-
describe it. But
Yeah, we had this big conversation about that the other day. We were all on Google looking it up, and I'm like, it does not mean that. And it was like, I've never heard anybody refer to it in that connotation or whatever. And so we were Googling it and looking it up, and so anyway, that's how that goes. So we're always together. We go to
Once-
we're in the same Toastmasters club. We're in the same church. We're in the same everything.
Well, I don't do makeup.
Oh, well, and yeah, and I just started all this stuff that I do at home, like mascara, makeup, which I did a live today, so I'll post that tomorrow on the channel if you want to see my date night look for tonight, because you can't see it because you're watching the painting or you're doing your own painting. And I sew and make purses and wallets and stuff, so I'm trying to be more attentive to that. I got out to teach my Zumba classes and fitness classes and sub classes for a local college for whatever fitness classes that needed a sub. But now with this Zoom situation going on with the COVID, I don't even leave the house for that now. I do it on Zoom. So again, and Marty's been my backup booty. He hates that.
I'm a backup dancer.
He's a backup booty. And I didn't make that up. That actually is, what's his name? The fitness marshal. That's what he calls his dancers, the backup booties.
Mm-hmm.
He should probably trademark that so people like me won't be saying it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not that he'll ever see this video, but there you go. There's my bit of advice, dude. Trademark it.
You also do Zumba for the church, not ours, but another.
Well, yeah, that's the one I teach the classes at.
Right.
I'm doing that on Zoom. Yeah, not for our
Wrist.
church, but
Mhm.
somebody in our church did want to do Zoom, but I meant to invite them to the class. So what else is on here? Stay praying in for your marriage. Of course, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I have to pray for poor Marty. He won't. He has a lot to endure. Being married to me. Togetherness. But yeah, of course, we spend lots of time together. Enjoy each other's company. Dare I say, I mean, we enjoy each other's company more than anybody else's. I don't know about Marty. I won't say that, but I don't know about Marty's.
Yes, you do.
I enjoy my friends' company, but you know,
You're it.
they're not my partner for life. So,
And beyond.
and beyond for eternity. So yes, we plan time for each other. That's our Friday date night, mandatory, required before I would put the ring on or walk down the aisle, however you want to say it. And let's see, never hesitate to say I'm sorry. Marty says he's sorry all the time, and half the time he shouldn't even say it, but he's just so kind-hearted.
And you're so amazing.
Okay, amazing is one word. Let's see.
Give yourself credit.
I think that's it on here. I just because of the format we're on, I'm not going to go into that.
You already said it out loud.
Did I?
Yes,
I
you
know.
did.
I said I'm not going to go into it.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. The next person.
Yes.
Okay. So this person said, "Stay happy, even you're upset." I guess it's supposed to be even if you're upset. tolerate his habits, enjoy married life, pray often, have me time, always be truthful with each other, never go to sleep angry, ignoring trials don't make them go away. Prayer does. Encourage each other. Marriage isn't 50-50. It's 100%.
Yes.
After the blessing, remember gratitude. Remember the Lord is all. Remember the Lord in all your doings. Think happy thoughts. I guess it's supposed to be thoughts. It says think happy those, but thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Yell for help. Yell for love. Yell for your life. All right. What do you think about those bits of
Excellent
advice?
advice. It's hard to hold more than about 3 items, and I hear 7, and I'm asked to. I'm sorry, 9.
So
Asked
show
to
me, give it
respond
to
all of
you.
them.
Give them to you in 3s or 4s.
Yeah, that'll be easier.
Okay. Stay happy even if you're upset. Tolerate his habits. Enjoy married life.
I really enjoy married life. I don't do non-married well at all.
No, he does not do alone very well. And people sometimes think I'm crazy when I say no, he needs to die first. And that's not because I want to be without him, because I don't. But I handle being alone way better than he does.
My job is to stay alive longer than you, so that's kind of a conflict there. It is. I'm worth more alive than dead. I mean, you know.
Yes, you are
There's
worth
an Air Force
more alive than dead, but not money wise.
Well, money-wise too. There's an Air Force retirement and blah blah blah. Anyway.
I don't even know all that.
Okay.
His point being that he brings more money into the house alive than if he dies.
Right. Will you hold that for just a moment, please, so I can pull this way? Try
And
to
my
nudge this thing.
And my point is, he's worth more alive for more reasons than money, not just money.
I appreciate that. I do.
So you can tell the world I'm a kept woman, but I can't give the impression that you're a kept man by pulling my card out in public.
You're right.
When I'm with him, I can't pull my card out because he doesn't want the world to think that he's a kept man. But it's okay for him to tell the world that he has to be alive to take care of me. How about that?
Oh.
Wow. So anyway.
The way I was raised, I guess.
Yeah, so Marty's mindset is it's one household and there's one income. Doesn't matter how many checks are coming into the house.
That's right.
It's
Our money.
once we're married, it's our money. Whether one person is bringing in a check or 2 people is bringing in a check, it's our money. There's no separate accounts. There's no.
Uh-uh.
You get it?
No, I'm trying to get it up now because it's in the wrong spot.
Just you have to lift it straight up. You can't. Yeah.
I've got to get my little nails under there. There we go. Right.
So.
Yeah, I don't fathom how some people will say, well, I'll pay these bills, you pay those bills. What are you doing, playing house? Marriage is together. Figure this stuff out together. That's part of the challenge, if you will.
So, that's what budget meetings are for. Even if you have the person like me who doesn't really care to discuss
If it
it,
bounces.
you really should have budget meetings and determine what your plans and goals are, because that's the only way you can do anything together is to plan together and to tackle it together. So
I might throw one in at this point. Tithing helps.
and don't forget to pay tithing. As a matter of fact, pay that first,
Yes.
and you'll be blessed in more ways than you can ever count.
Amen. Amen.
All right.
See?
So, and tolerate his habits. I think that goes both ways. I tolerate his, but he has to also tolerate mine. And
That's fine.
we don't have anything that. No, I'm not saying.
Yeah.
I mean, we both
Yeah.
do that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah.
And so, let's see. Pray often. have me time, always be truthful with each other.
Yep.
That is darn good advice. We don't really do me time. I do, but Marty doesn't.
Oh, yes, I do.
What do you do for me time? Go pull
Read.
weeds.
I read.
You read everywhere in the house.
Well, I have lots of me time. I love to read.
He does.
If I'm doing dishes, I will read while I'm doing dishes.
Yeah, that was his one of his Father's Day present was another music stand so that he could put books on it to read while he does the dishes or while he does anything
Well,
else that allows
magazines,
him.
because I ruin a book.
Yeah, magazines.
Getting it wet up there.
And he's a speed reader also. So, okay, and for me time is this: diamond painting, sewing, crafting. Like my craft room is my me time. Anytime I go in there, it's me time. And I get massages once a month, and that's more so because
Fitness.
because I'm a fitness instructor and I'm supposed to. But I found that I really do like them too. It hasn't always been my thing, but every time we go to convention, they're like, "Are you doing self-care? Are you getting massages? And are you doing this? And are you doing that?" And so I signed up for this monthly massage thing with Massage Envy. And like I said, I have to admit, I do like it. I get the massages, the stretches, the deep muscle, all that good stuff.
I shudder just thinking about any of that.
Yeah. I love it. I really do. Okay. And I think we're truthful with each other. And we, of course, pray often. I mean, the thing about the lie is you have to keep up with it. And once you tell that one, you got to tell another one to support the first one, and then another one to support that one. But you got to remember what the initial
You have
first
to have
lie
a good memory
was.
to do that. Yeah.
I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. Nevertheless, what lie I told to save my butt or to keep
Yeah.
something from happening. I can't juggle all that.
No.
I don't sleep enough to be able to use my little space of mind to retain that kind of stuff, lies. So, and I'm pretty much, once I don't trust you anymore, I have no use for you whatsoever in the world. So the best way to avoid that is to just be truthful, because you can deal with the truth. It's the lies that you just can't deal with.
Right.
You can work around the truth to correct it or move forward. But I can't move forward if you're still holding on to that lie from back whenever, whatever. So
Well, that's another thing. Don't hold on to grudges like trading stamps, folks.
yes,
If you're upset about something, say it. Get it done.
and it's okay to calm down, to walk away. Like me,
Yeah, you don't have to do it immediately.
don't talk to me when I'm mad because
But don't come back a month later with a list of crud. Come on,
because
really?
I am cutthroat. Your premium security subscription has expired. Huh? We'll have to look at that later. So yeah, I'm cutthroat. So you don't want to talk to me when I'm
I
mad.
think
You want to.
McAfee has already kicked in.
I don't like. You want to give me time to calm down because if I'm mad, I'm going for the throat. Every single time. If you try to make me talk while I'm mad, I'm going for the throat. I'm going for the jugular. I'm out for blood. So I know that about me. So
It's not the silent
I just
treatment.
won't
It's just
talk.
that Steph needs to cool down before she can
right.
speak.
Yeah, it's not silent treatment. I just need to cool down so that I can have an intelligent discussion about what I'm mad about.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, then it's gonna get ugly, and like I said, I'll go for the jugular. So, never go to sleep angry. I think that is one of the most important things for a couple ever. If you are angry, if I am angry, once I calm down, I'm ready to discuss that. I don't want to lay down next to you, and I want to stick a fork in you or something, So you need to talk about that. If it takes 5 minutes, if it takes 5 hours. You need to talk about it. You need to resolve that issue, because all that does is fester. It festers in your heart. It festers in your mind. It festers in, it just interrupts your whole soul, your whole being.
Yeah.
And then that's how the adversary creeps in and try to tell you that your marriage isn't, working. You should, you have other options. You should do this. You should do that. You let little things like that slip in. So
Satan's jealous. He doesn't have a body.
yeah.
He never will experience the joys of marriage and so forth. Never, ever.
Okay.
So he doesn't want us to enjoy it either.
All right. Ignoring trials don't make them go away. Prayer does. Encourage each other. Marriage is 50-50. Marriage isn't 50-50. It's 100%. I don't even know who said marriage is 50-50. I don't know what thought process they were on.
I don't know.
If two people come together at halfway, it does not make 100%. It makes two half block marriage people.
You give it all you got. Now, sometimes what you have isn't a whole lot, but whatever it is, you give it.
Whatever it is, you give it. And that's understanding at times you just may be depleted.
Yeah.
But that's what the partnership is about. One carrying the other one for a minute and vice versa, and helping each other. And
Sounds like the proclamation of the family. Anyway.
so yeah, it's 100 people. If you go into a marriage talking about your 50%, just keep your 50% to yourself. Just spare the other person the trouble, the headache, and the heartache of dealing with you. You take your 50% self somewhere else and let that person go find someone who's willing to give 100%. And if someone isn't willing to give you 100%, you let them take their little 50% tail to another 50% person, and you wait for the 100% person. Because
Don't settle.
Don't settle. I was 40 years old before Marty and I married. Because once I reached the point where I want what I want, or I want what God says I should have, then I'm just not going to deal with these other jokers. I'm not going to deal with these little 50%.
And you shouldn't have to.
I'm gonna wait for my 100%, or I'm gonna die and get it on the other side.
Steve Harvey says about women, you are the prize.
That's right. As Steve Harvey says, baby, you are the prize. Don't let him trick you into that mess about you being worthy of him. No, is he worthy of you, baby? Because you got the prize. I mean,
When mom ain't happy, nobody's happy.
let's see, what number?
What's the next thing that we have there?
I'm trying to find a number to move to.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I got all the 3 dots.
You want some whites? I got tired of them.
No, you need another tray.
No, I got
Okay.
tired of. I did this last time,
Oh, the mint.
and there's enough of this
Is that the
sky or whatever this.
No,
white
that sky
thing.
would be the last thing I do, because you know why? I'm going to take a multitasker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because those are all up arrows. We can take multitaskers and do like 10 of them at a time. Bang, bang,
Great.
bang.
Okay.
All right. So the last ones on this page is, after the blessing, remember gratitude. Remember the Lord is all in all your doings. Think happy thoughts. Yell for help. Yell for love. Yell for life. For your life.
Yes.
So
I get help at work.
I think that's part of our issue as people. We never are thankful. Never remember to go back and thank God for everything that you got.
And ingratitude is the seed of the worst sins ever.
So be grateful.
Yes.
Show your appreciation, whether it's to God, to your husband, to your children, to your co-workers, to whoever. Show some gratitude when somebody does something for you. Say thank you when somebody. What aggravates me the most is when Marty, because of course Marty is a true gentleman. I told you he's Captain America. He has to open all my doors. He has to, even if it means he has to run around to the car to beat me to open in the door. He has to open the house door, the car door, the building door. He has to hold my chair. He has to do all the men things. He walks on the outside of me on the street. He wants to carry the umbrella. All of the gentleman things. Marty does all the things. All the things. And so sometimes that means that when he holds the door open for me, that the person after me also gets the door held open for them. And nothing ticks me off more than my husband to have to hold the door for some person and she can't be bothered to open her mouth to say thank you. And even a dude, I mean, he'll hold the door open for anybody. It doesn't have to, doesn't. Once I'm in, anybody can come in. And they don't say thank you. That irks me to no end. You're so ungrateful. I just want to go run to the next door and slap it in their face.
Oh.
But Marty will hold the next door. Like if it's two doors, like if it's one here and one here, he'll hold this door. And even if they don't say thank you, which half the time, I'm so surprised, half the time people don't, he'll still hold this door open for him. And I will stare them down. I'll just stare them down like you're the scum of the earth. You know that? So it really irks me. So I am, anyway, I'm not the Lord. So moving along. Think happy thoughts. That's sometimes easier than other times.
The pixie dust doesn't work if you don't do that.
Yeah, pixie dust my butt. Yell for help, yell for love, yell for your life. I'm not sure what that means other than pray. All right, so I don't know who. I put this here because this looks like her handwriting.
Oh.
That looks like her handwriting to me. So I think I wrote that up there.
I think it is.
Okay.
Because it's the one under R.
Okay, so this person says legal sex. Okay, Benita. Oh, I just said her name. Legal, LOL, or scrapbook. Take time for yourself too. Everyone loves you both. Party. Have fun together. Okay, you want to stop right there before
We
keep going?
We did come well recommended. This everyone loves you both thing.
Yeah, I think everybody likes both of us. We're pretty likable people, and if they don't, they're idiots.
Wow.
No.
I don't scrapbook, but I journal.
I know I'm not.
And you have this journal that looks like a scrapbook to me.
I happy plan, and I also decorative journal, and at one point I bullet journal. I've always kept a planner, and I kind of journal in my planners, which is why I like planners that are a large size, like 9x12 at least, because I like to write in there sometimes. But I'm also into decorative planning and stuff like that. So me and journals don't do well. Like Marty sends out a journal to our family every month. Well, it used to be every month. Now
I'll pick it up again.
He's picking it up again, but he calls it Alabama Living, and he tells them everything that has happened in our lives on a day-to-day basis, and for all the family members. And so that's really nice. But I'm not that diligent. I can write my heart out for that first entry of the year, and then I don't go back to that journal again until maybe 8 months later. I might make another entry. Like I have one journal. Every journal I've started every year has like the first 5 pages done, then it's empty the rest of the year. Then the next year I'll start another one.
It's kind of like losing weight.
Yeah. Because writing hurts my hand, and when I write like I write everything. I write unfiltered. I don't think. I just write.
I have to type. There's no way I could.
Yeah, and then I grip the pen so hard that my hand cramps and it hurts. And so that kind of puts me out with writing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if I could dictate a journal, I would be more successful at it, because it's not like I don't have things I need to write for my posterity and just for my own frame of mind. But anyway.
It's neat to be able to look back a few years and, we were doing this. We got through this problem.
Yeah. Always kiss him goodnight. Never fight before going to sleep. Igloos. Lots of picnics and special time. Okay. Eat dinner as a family every night. Okay. So we kiss goodnight every single night. We pray together and then we kiss goodnight.
Yep.
We don't fight at all, actually, which is weird. We only had one fight, and that was before we got married about the stupid printer and the invitations. And that's because the printer thought it was smarter than everybody else. We don't fight. I'll raise my voice occasionally, which over the years has caused him to raise his voice. But he immediately comes back with, I'm sorry, or he immediately drops his tone or whatever. Me, once I'm off the handle, I'm off the handle. I gotta take at least a few lines to get it out.
I'm amazed at your tact.
You're amazed at my tact.
Yes. Yeah, so many times I could have gotten an "I told you so," and you don't.
Oh
never,
yeah,
you
I
never
don't
deliver
do that.
it.
I don't do that. Now I'll say "I told you so" jokingly in some funny situations, but if it's something like serious, and I said something and he did it anyway, and something happened, I don't say "I told you so."
Never,
I
ever
just be
rubs
like,
it
"Oh,
in.
okay," because I mean he already knows I told him so. It's not. I don't need to rub it in. I don't need to feel validated in my point or whatever. Yeah. Why would you? I mean, why do you need to? It doesn't make it any better for the person. So,
Mhm.
doesn't make it any better for you. So, and we haven't done picnics. We've done special time, but not necessarily a picnic. Like I've taken picnic baskets to work at one point when you were
Yeah.
working in the office, and we
Yeah.
had a little. But I don't think we've like gone to the park and done a picnic. I have with the grandkids, but while you were in a meeting at church, but that's about the size of it. Oh, we have gone to the park and like watched shows and stuff on a picnic blanket, if that counts as a picnic. And eat dinner as a family. Marty and I eat dinner together. Sometimes at our computers, but they're like only a couple of feet from each other. If he has work to do or I have something that needs to get done. But we pray together before every meal, whether we sit at the table on the couch or at our individual desks, which are not far from each other. You got anything to say about that?
I agree.
I'm looking for a letter, but I'm trying to see which one. All this looking down is. Do you have 315? No.
I have 315,
Okay.
and I'm just about done with 315.
Oh no, well you can keep it. I'll move to something else. Let's see. What is this? 317.
I
I'll do
wanted a sense of
317.
accomplishment
That's
before I
fine,
move
that's
to another
fine.
color.
All right. So, martini. Okay, kidding. We don't drink. We don't smoke. We don't do drugs. We don't drink caffeine. How about that? There you go. So the martini was a joke. I do an awesome version daiquiri though. Always say family prayer and scripture. Remember, Q needs a dad in the house. Don't kill him. Because
That's why I
don't
knew
kill.
who it was who said that.
Don't kill the new husband when you're ticked off. Remember, Q needs a dad in the house. Don't kill the new husband when you're ticked off. Yeah, that would be something she would say. Temple trips. Yesterday is yesterday. Start fresh each day. All right.
Nice.
This is one of our dear friends. This is actually
I
we
proposed
courted
to
with
Steph
them.
in their home.
Yeah, and he proposed in their home. So they could say stuff that other people would be too timid to say. But yeah, we do family prayers and scriptures, and clearly I didn't kill him. And temple trips, and I'm not gonna be mad with him about something that happened 2 days ago. What would be the point? We needed to have been resolved 2 days ago. All right, and vice versa, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is from.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
I need the last names. The
Yeah,
first names
yeah.
don't always do it for me. Yeah.
Stop and think before you speak.
Oh,
Teamwork is the best solution. Eat, drink, but not too much. Prayer is a great beginning way to start the day.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I think we work pretty good as a team. I mean, we're still married.
Praying at the beginning of the day is tough because I'm an morning person and you're an evening person, so we don't always get up
Yeah.
at the same time.
I don't particularly care for mornings, and some of that is to do with because I don't sleep well at night, and some nights I don't sleep at all, and some of it just because I just don't like being awakened abruptly in the morning, which I guess ties back to because I didn't get any sleep or I just fell asleep or whatever. So I don't like mornings. So Marty is the opposite.
Hi!
He's one of those people who, when the alarm goes off, his feet hit the floor and he's like, "Good morning to you. Good morning to you."
I would, but I don't know if it irritate you.
And good morning. Good morning.
I'm ready.
And
Yeah.
I'm like,
The folks on the conference calls we have are still grousing about not having had enough coffee yet, and I just smile.
yeah. So we don't get morning prayers together because he wakes up for work, and I sleep in because I may not be able to do that forever. So I take advantage of it when I can. So I sleep in, except the days that I have scouts. That was getting me up, and I wasn't getting a chance to sleep in. But then Marty was asleep, I think. No, you're up too. Oh, that's because I was going to that boot camp. But yeah, so
6 in the morning. Be there at 6 in the morning.
no,
or
be there at
something.
5 in the mornings, which
Oh.
means I had to get up at 4 and leave here by 4:30 because it's the next little town over.
That was something.
That was
Oh.
excruciating, and I'm sorry, I'm just not. You do feel better when you exercise in the morning. I'm just not gonna get up that early to do exercise. No. So yeah. But we pray together before meals and every night. And when we get ready to go out of town or drive a distance, we pray before we go to the temple and all those things. We fast and pray together, so we do all those things. Yeah. We just don't say morning prayers together because we have different morning schedules.
As Quentin says, fasting without prayer is just going hungry.
Yeah, and I think she was the one who told. She was the one that told Q that years ago when he was
But
little.
he's related it to us, and
When
it's
he was little,
good
I
advice.
think that's the first time I remember hearing that.
Mm.
So, yeah. Let's see. That stop and think before you speak thing, that's me being when I'm angry, don't make me talk. Because if you try to force me to talk, you'll regret it. All right. Have patience with each other and family. Always spend time with children when possible. Never go to bed angry.
To spend time with children, we really haven't had to exercise.
No, because the children are all grown and married with children of their own and living in their own spaces. The only one living here was Quentin because he was the only child when we got married. Brianna lived with her father, and those were the only ones that were underage when we got married. So, and there's only one here that's those two younger ones are here. The other one here is married with children. Well, has children. So on the rare occasion that I did cook Thanksgiving holiday meal, of course we invite them over. Holiday, 4th of July, but I don't do that every year. As a matter of fact, I can count on one hand the number of times I've done it in our marriage. Again,
we don't.
We're not like big entertainers. I mean, big hostess people. Like Marty would like to host more things. I'm sure I kind of get the feeling, but I feel claustrophobic when there are too many people in the house. Like, why are they still here? When are they leaving? How much longer do I have to sit here and smile and
Well, part of
be
it is
pleasant?
you don't know how to disengage from someone who is talking
Yes.
to you.
I don't
You'll
know
be in
how.
a parking lot and someone will start talking to you and you won't be able to disengage from the conversation 20 minutes later when you want to leave and they still want to talk.
Like, I have to have Marty with me some places because I don't know how to cut people off. I've always just, if somebody starts a conversation and they just go on and on, they follow me from the door, from the couch to the door, to the car, to the parking lot. I don't know how to break away from them to say, I've already said, I keep saying, okay, bye now. And they keep, oh, okay, yeah, but remember so and so and so. And they start another conversation. I don't know how to disengage from it. I don't know how to break away. And that may be one of the reasons why I don't like guests. I feel trapped in my own house and I don't like that feeling.
I get that. Wow.
So, Marty, on the other hand, has no problem disengaging. And that's why I like to take him some places with me because he has no problem with closing the door. If he's already told you goodbye and he has to get me home, or we have to go do this, that, and the other, and you follow us out to the car and all this, Marty's gonna close the door on you. I mean, not like in a mean way. He'll say, "Well, okay, we gotta go now," and close the door.
Well, yeah. I mean, that and I'm learning boundaries from you.
Yeah,
I
he
basically
didn't have
had
any
no
boundaries when we
boundaries.
got married.
No.
And he was being taken advantage of on multiple levels when we got married. And I was like, no. There's one thing I appreciate is boundaries for somebody who can't disconnect from a conversation.
Wow.
But I don't like people taking advantage of him. I don't like people taking advantage of anyone. I don't like people being manipulative and stuff like that. So I have very low tolerance for that. And especially when somebody is so nice and so willing to do for you, I don't appreciate them being taken advantage of. So, yeah.
F, do you have 223 over there? Thank you. This one, I don't see any more of. We may find one or two later, but...
Okay. I think we're pretty patient with each other.
We're blessed.
Always spend time with. Oh, never go to bed and no, we read that one. I must now for a success. Oh, invest now for a successful retirement. Enjoy your time together. Life is short. Make decisions together. Anger is one letter short of danger. Ooh.
I like that.
I like that. Take time to smell the roses. So, I think we pretty much got make decisions together down. Invest. We are trying to tackle that by going to Online Trading Academy and
by paying off the mortgage.
And by paying down debt. I have got to get on it.
Driving paid-for cars.
Yeah, we don't buy brand new cars. I mean, I don't see the point. They depreciate as soon as you drive them off the lot.
We do impress each other.
Right, so
with our money.
we're good with just buying a car and driving it till it needs to be replaced. And we've got some pretty good deals. So
yeah.
I have no problems with doing that. I don't need a brand new car. I don't. I eat in my car. I sleep in my car. I don't need a new car. I don't need the stress of trying to keep everything neat and tidy. I mean, we like neat cars, but I don't know. I've never been impressed by cars. I'm more impressed by the person driving the car.
Yeah.
If they can't impress me with their character, then I don't care what they're driving. They're still scum. So yeah. I don't shop a lot. I mean, unless you talk about Happy Planner, but even that I don't buy every single thing that I want, because you only have so much room.
I do have a food shopping problem.
Yeah, he can't go to the store alone because he can go with a list with 5 items on it, and he comes back with a whole carload full of clothes, full of bags. So, yeah, we try not to let him go by himself.
It's food. You're going to use it someday. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
someday can be a few years from now.
Yeah,
We're discovering
yeah.
that in our pantry.
Yeah. And I don't really care for shopping. Like, he has to drag me, almost kicking and screaming, to go shopping. I hate it.
Mhm.
I hate it with a passion. Unless we're looking at Happy Planner or fabric, is the only time I want to go shopping. I don't want to shop for clothes. I don't want to shop for shoes. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And swimsuits, I hate it.
Necessary.
Not when I learn how to make a swimsuit, it won't be. But yeah, so I don't like, even though I have a closet full of clothes, matter of fact, I have 3 closets full of clothes. I still don't like shopping, and only go when I'm forced to go, or there's some necessity for something that I need that I couldn't make myself or didn't have the time to make myself. Now I might get a few planner items or a few craft items. Now I love to go to the Dollar Tree. Now I'll go there. You don't have to drag me there. I can go to the Dollar Tree every single day and still have a good time.
And we both need an accountability partner for Five Below.
Oh yes, we cannot leave 5. It's
That's
a shame how much we spend in that store. Yeah, we can't go in that store often. Even though it's such good stuff for $5. But you say that about everything in the store, and then you get to the counter and you're like, how much? But yeah. So yeah, I need to get back deeper into our OTA stuff because
Me too.
we would like to be day traders or night. For me, day trader for Marty, night trader for me because I'm a night owl.
That works. You do Asia, I'll do Europe.
Right.
All right.
That's our goal, and we're both in OTA, and Marty's still working at it. I just kind of disconnected myself, which I have to reconnect because we paid for it, and we need to start getting our plans for mission and retirement together. It's deep, y'all. It's a lot. If you ever try looking at stocks, it's deep. It is serious, and I just had to disconnect for a minute. It was tough. Marty's still at it, so I'm gonna have to start all over. I'm gonna have to go back to the XLTs and rewatch everything, and maybe try to get into some classes.
I'm rereading the notes that we made when we were in live classes.
Yeah, we take some live classes and then we go home and like we go up to the school for a week. We spend a week and we go to
fun,
class.
actually.
Yeah, we enjoy it. We go to class all day for 5 days and stay in a hotel. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And learn different segments of trading and stocks and currencies and all that good stuff. So I have been very neglectful, wasteful of our time and money. So I need
me
to get
too.
back on it. I need to get over it's so hard and just suck it up, buttercup.
Mm-hmm.
Put on your big girl panties and deal with it. Okay, so that was her. We're almost, this is the last sheet, guys. All right, the last front and back page. This is,
Yes.
Okay, she said, strive for perfection, take time to yourself, anger, what? What is that? Oh, is that enjoy?
Enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life, pray always. Some of this we've heard, so I'm just going to keep going. Strive for perfection. We'll never be perfect, but we can still strive for it. Take time for yourself, enjoy your life, pray always, hope for lots of togetherness. I think that's what that is.
Nice. Yes.
Always be kind, never go to bed mad, invite the spirit of the Lord into your home. That's a key thing right there.
Yeah.
And we do pray that we'll have, the spirit of the Lord and love and comfort and peace in our own homes. I refuse to live in my own home where I can't have peace in it, for whatever the reason may be. That has to go. Ever be faithful.
Good.
Manage your money wisely. We've talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Arrange time for temple attendance. We've talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember the Sabbath to keep it holy.
We haven't talked about that one.
Yeah.
I'm a voracious reader, but I restrict what I read on Sundays. That's my most important way of keeping Sundays separate. Otherwise, I read about politics, about programming, and all kinds of stuff. The only exception that seems to be creeping in is Facebook in order to see what the rest of the family is doing. But otherwise, I'm pretty good about that.
And although that I have classes on Monday, the next day, I don't practice. I don't listen to my Zumba music and rehearse and all that stuff. That's on right. Sunday.
When I was going to school, I never studied on Sunday, and I got lots of degrees as a result. It helped.
And as much as I love Netflix and all of that stuff, I don't do Netflix on Sundays. If I must watch something, I try to make it a gospel-centered movie or theme, to be able to watch something if I absolutely must.
9:39
is on that end. This one, I think. Okay. And the last sheet, which, how long have we been recording? We might have met our quota for
tonight. I think so.
Oh, just at an hour and 7 minutes. Right on task.
Okay, all right.
Well, let's read the last one because there's no point in saving this one for next time.
Okay.
All right.
And I won't start another.
This is the last one, but next week we'll read these. These are the little slips that people dropped into the mailbox.
Yep.
And really they're just, I don't know that if there's any advice on those, but we'll check them and see. Okay, so this is from...
Yes.
Okay. Scrapbook. Keep pictures of special occasions. We're going to stop right there and let Marty tell you about pictures.
I take sometimes 1,000 pictures in a month.
And this is no joke, guys. This is like serious business here.
If I missed what happened a few days ago, I can look at the photos and they remind me so I can repost the journal. But really, I just appreciate the opportunity to take pictures of Steph. In normal garb, nothing ever compromising.
I have never been photographed as much in my entire life, looking as crazy as I have ever looked in my entire life.
I'm a paparazzi.
Yes, it's my own private paparazzi.
And I really enjoy just being married to this lady. I just marvel that I am. I didn't do anything to deserve this, and I'm really happy. So I take lots of pictures. I think part of that is gratitude, perhaps. And we can look back and see some of the strange or interesting or fun stuff that we've been doing over the years. One of the things that we tend to do when we're going out on a special occasion, say we're on our yearly honeymoon, we call it that. Of course, it's not a yearly honeymoon, it's an anniversary. Much of that stuff has to do with water.
Even though I can't swim.
Oh, yes, you can now.
No, I still can't swim.
Well,
I can wear a life jacket, but I can't swim.
yeah.
I mean, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear he was trying to kill me for the insurance money.
Except that the day before she said yes, we went down a river together in a kayak, and here I am. I'm only used to gentle water movement in a pond, a lake. I'm not used to rapids, so we dunked.
And I've been down this river twice with my company once, and then with somebody else, a team or something, and never flipped over. Everybody around me has flipped, but the Lord blessed that I didn't flip because he knows I can't swim. Why am I out there? Because it's a life jacket. I have a life jacket, and I know how to tuck my legs, which I did not do when the stupid boat flipped over.
But I dragged us to shore, and then Steph dragged the boat down to where there was a place to stand and talked somebody out of his paddle because we'd lost both of ours. He lost his whole boat.
What do you need with a paddle? He didn't have a boat.
Well, okay, true.
He didn't need a paddle. We had a boat without a paddle. He had a paddle without a... we had a boat without a paddle, and he had a paddle without a boat. Well, he's done for either way. So just give us the paddle.
And I still have a picture with me behind you because at that point you had the only paddle. Yeah, that was fun. I guess my point is that, yes, I take lots of pictures. I have not managed to arrange anything that resembles an album, but I do keep them by month so that if we know what month we did something in, the journal helps with that. We can always find pictures of what we did during that time. And it's a great blessing to me, and I hope to the family.
So we have over 1 million pictures, I'm sure. Because you take 1,000 a month, so we have to have over 1 million.
Some months I take 1,000. Like July for an anniversary month I would, but other months only a few hundred.
Tell them what you take pictures of. It's not just me.
Oh, the dog, sunset, a rainbow, meals that are creative. The chickens or the cat are doing something unusual. The kids, the things we see on the highway. The list goes on and on, folks.
Tags that are special interest, poster boards that have,
yes.
something funny or interesting on.
Right.
Somebody's T-shirt, somebody's personalized tag, or
right.
their bumper sticker.
Mm-hmm.
Like last night, he just took a picture of this bumper sticker on a car in the Walmart parking lot because he thought it was cool.
I agreed with the sentiment.
We agreed with it, and we agreed with it so much that I think I'm going to make that sticker myself because I have a silhouette machine. So, but yeah, so we take plenty of pictures. Thank you. He'll be able to give the police every kind of picture there is of me in every kind of wig, outfit, makeup look, no makeup, crazy looking, good looking, long hair, short hair, straight hair, curly hair, afro. I mean,
well,
did you hear that? He said, I don't have any bad pictures. Isn't that crazy?
it's true. Bathrobe, I think you're stretching it there.
So they will be able to know what I look like. There will be no question about that.
That's
All
right.
right.
I thought I saw the three.
You did. We always will see something after you do it.
Yes.
And then you have to put your finger there because when you look down to go get
I
the
looked
bee
down to
and
get
come
it,
back,
and now I can't find it.
you won't be able to find it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I wasn't going to start a new color because
Yeah,
we're
'cause we're
closing
done.
up for the night.
Yeah.
Well, here's one I didn't see.
All right, guys. So
Oops. Is that the wrong one?
we thought it would be.
223.
We hope that you are enjoying our date night. Date night whipping chats, and we have officially finished all of the advice that we were giving I was given at our one of my baby shower. Not baby showers. Heavens no. Bridal shower. Oh, that's their address. Congratulate. Okay, so we'll see what these little cards say next time, and we'll pull out a maybe if you guys would leave some questions down below in the comments that you might want to ask me or Marty or us as a couple or marriage related. Of course, we're no experts. We can only give you our experience. But if you think that'll give you something to help you, don't mind sharing it at all. I guess that being said, we've got all we're going to do for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And let me get my glasses back on so I can see the camera. I mean, look at that. You can see your face. Now, my face is a bit of it, but it's always hard to get both of us looking great in a picture because either his white face is going to show really well or my black face is going to show really, or my dark brown face is going to show really well. Never the two show well together at the same time. So that is certainly not the diamond
It'll be
painting
interesting
spot.
to see how
But
this
it's going to
comes
be
out.
interesting to see. I love how just looking at it in the viewfinder that it looks his face looks so clear. I mean, I'm so impressed by this company doing this much detail in such a small painting. It is really miraculous. All right, hun. Well, we're going to go. We have one more episode of NCIS for Marty to watch. And then he'll fall into his pumpkin time routine of sleep. And then I would probably spend the rest of the night binge watching, playing with me videos, and whipping chats. And I might watch a movie. Who knows? The only
So, I was going to help you start your spiel. If
Go
you're
ahead.
Forgetting. Well, if you're having a good day, help.
and remember, hun. Well, first of all, if you're not a subscriber to this channel, may we ask that you click the subscribe button down below. And don't forget to click that little notification bell so that you can be notified anytime or whenever you would like to be notified when we upload a video. Now, that being said, we'll close with my favorite closing. Remember, hun, if you are having a good day,
help someone else have a good day.
it's the small and simple things in life
That make life worth living.
Love and shimmies, babe. Marty's shimmying behind the camera. All right. We'll see y'all next Friday night. Have a great week. Have a great date night. Take care.
Good night.
That's all, folks.